Number 5. This happened not that long ago.
Recently, yeah.
Oh, gosh. So
This is like a thing on the internet. I looked it up. Slime. I think how to make slime was either first or second for searches for how-tos in Google last year.
And leave it to Kippy to
So he Googled
get
it.
on the YouTube and find how to make slime.
So he's made slime in about 18 different ways at this point.
And none of them have turned out well.
No.
And it's not just they don't turn out well. He tries probably about 5 or 6 different how-to videos at once. And
Which ends up costing a lot of money and material, which we have since made him pay for because like toothpaste, he's used a whole tube of toothpaste, which is like what, $2-3?
yeah.
And a whole bunch of other ingredients to make slime.
So
And we've told him that, you know, it's cheaper to just go to the store,
And buy
to the dollar store, and buy some slime for $1.
yeah, or a stress ball.
So he's done that
Stress ball.
since then, but I think
Yeah.
he still kind of tries to make some on his own.
He does, and I find it
But now he knows that he has to pay for it if he does use ingredients that we've paid for.
right. But the worst that happened was it was the time one of the first times he did it. He used a tube of toothpaste, like half of a bottle of soap, some baking soda,
yeah.
which wasn't bad, but it just ended up everywhere. But not even that, it was just the fact that I said, okay, clean up once you're done and don't do this again. He cleaned up the kitchen where he was making it, and then I find his like fails in the freezer. He was trying to get it to set up a little more, I think. And then I find him in the bathroom where he was going to throw it away, and it didn't really make it to the can. It got behind the toilet. And so there was just these slime experiments throughout the house where he'd picked up ingredients and worked with them, and it failed, and then he kind of like discarded it without really picking up. So that was kind of like, all right, enough with the slime, no more. And we had that talk. He had to pay for it from then on. But it was just like, I kept finding stuff. I'm like, oh, more slime. And they all smelled like toothpaste and soap mixed together. But, all right, number 4. This was back when you had that traveling job.
Oh, yeah.
And you would leave for a week at a time. And
I was in a totally different state for this one. I'm pretty sure. I was out of state, wasn't I?
yeah, probably, because most of them were. So you would be gone for like a week and leaving me with, Kippy was, I think, 3 at the time. So Noah would have been 1.5. And I was keeping Harper, remember? I was keeping my niece 2 days a week. It was just a really hectic time. So, Kippy just had recently, he was potty trained, but Noah was still in diapers, so I don't know, I don't remember whose diaper it was, but anyway, Kip's gone, and noticed a little trouble with the toilet. It was clogged or something. Come to find out, Kippy, or Noah, somebody, had put a diaper in the toilet and flushed it. And this led to a burst main.
Is that what happened? The drain pipe burst?
Yeah, it was the main drain to the septic that burst. And water and septic stuff is
Poop.
just spewing in the basement.
Poop is what she means? Poop and pee. Mostly poop and pee. Not a lot of water.
Not a lot. Spewing.
I wasn't here when that happened, but
Right.
Jake patched it up, right?
Nathan and Jake, my brother-in-laws, which I was very thankful for them. And my dad helped too, I think. But they came over first because my dad, I think, might have been sick or something. Anyway.
They fixed the pipe?
I think it was Nathan that came first. Poor Nathan came and was like first on scene to see what was going on and to deal in the mess. And Jake came too, and they fixed the pipe since it was like early in the week. You had just left. So that was a pretty bad mess. And then we had to have this conversation with our 3 and 1.5-year-old.
I don't know how the drain pipe bursts. I don't know how it gets that much pressure. But I remember it still wasn't fixed, right? Because I had to come home and dig out the septic. And
Yeah. Then we needed to pump the septic because, we're in this old house and we had never had it pumped. And the guy said it was well overdue.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had to dig up the septic. The top for the septic was under the porch, so I had to remove the stairs from the porch. and dig up the septic and open it up. And I saw the diaper right at the end of the drain pipe. So I pulled that out, but we figured, hey, there's probably some other stuff in here that shouldn't be in here. So we had it
pumped, like they
Yeah.
came and pumped
it up.
So we should be good for a few years.
Yeah. Then we had to talk about not putting diapers in the septic.
Or anything in the toilet.
In the toilet. Because we couldn't. I mean, what did we do for?
It was just the
How
one.
long was I gone? Just today?
Well,
They must have pooped outside. They didn't tell me. Girls don't poop anyway.
I can't
not a
remember what
thing.
we did. We may have even gone somewhere. No, we couldn't have. I don't
go to the
remember what we
trailer?
did. No, we just managed. I can't remember what. It might have been the time that we were just using the bathroom like in containers and taking it outside. I don't know. That's happened once before.
I never did that. I go outside and just use leaves
Well,
if I have to.
I had
Not all the
a
time.
newly potty trained 3-year-old. Didn't
Yeah.
want to let. Yeah. You were gone.
I bet she wore diapers.
No. I don't remember what we did. It's all a blur. Anyway, number 3. This used to be number 1 on my list of some of the worst messes I've had to clean up, but this recently got pushed back to number 3. Cooking oil in the kitchen. And I'm talking about like the big Sam's Club,
Sam's Club.
vegetable oil that I use in, just cooking, baking, all sorts of things. Well, again, it was kind of in a bad place, but it has like a top, a screwed, twisty top. And so far, nobody's ever tried to open it or, I just had it sitting on the floor because it was pretty heavy. And we were in the kitchen. We were all in there. This is what was kind of the weird thing about it. Kippy was in there. Noah was in there. And I think it was Seth. I think he was the baby. We were fixing the sink. There was a drain leak on the sink. So we're both underneath the sink working on this drain. And behind us, the boys are just kind of like hanging out, looking what we're doing, getting in the way. And Seth's like, I think just starting to walk maybe. So he's like 1. And he was playing on the floor. And he had been playing with this big bottle of oil. But, the top was screwed on tight, so we didn't think much of it. Well, he or someone got it loose and opened. And next thing I hear is someone fall. And that's what catches my attention. And then I hear bloop, 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 bloop. I realize the oil had tipped over and was just like spilling out all over the kitchen floor. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we were right here. And this happened right under our nose. So quickly, I told Kip, grab Seth, take him to the tub, and I'll deal with this, oil-covered floor. So I'm like, oh my
Which
gosh.
is also probably good for the floor.
Yeah, except it's not real hardwood.
Once it's not slippery anymore.
So I'm like, where do I even begin? What? Just tons of paper towels trying to soak it up. And then I just take my bottle of dish detergent, just squirt it like all over the floor. So I figure that's going to cut the grease the best than, any floor cleaner. And yeah, I don't know, I was in there a while, just mopping it up, getting it. And it was slippery there for a little while, like until we really got the residue off. But that was a mess, just because it was such a slippery, gooey mess.
We spend a lot of money on messes.
All right, number 2. So I think every parent can agree that like throw up in the middle of the night or any time of the day is one of the worst things to clean up, at least in my opinion. I can take blood, I can take poop, snot, but it's like the throw up that really, both of us I think have trouble with it. But it's always worse when you hear it happening in the middle of the night. And it's really bad when you hear it happening in the middle of the night and the child is going down the stairs as he's throwing up.
Kibby is the worst puker in the world. He's the worst
How
at
is he gonna
being sick
mention his name?
in the world. It's Kippy.
Yeah, poor Kippy.
Noah is fantastic.
Seth is a good puker.
Noah will go down the stairs into the bathroom and puke in the toilet and then come back upstairs and go to sleep and not wake anybody up.
True, this is true.
Kippy,
Poor Kippy.
I'll just go anywhere. This time we're talking about he puked as he was walking down the stairs, so it was all over the stairs. Last time, what was that, a few weeks ago? She was sick, and Kippy was sick, and Noah got sick.
It was
But
up
he
to
made
you.
it to the bottom of the stairs this time, and just puked right all over the bottom of the stairs, and it splashed on the walls and on the stairs. That one was me. This
Yeah.
other one was Katie. Most of them are Katie.
Yeah, but that time I was sick, and you even asked me, "Do you think you
they're-
can handle it?" I'm like, "No." Well, one time, not when he was younger. Remember when he would get sick? It's like he was trying to run away from it. So when he was really little, he would, as soon as he felt like he was going to throw up, he would just start running. And we're like, "What are you doing?" And we could tell he was going to be sick. We're like, "Stop running and let's go to the bathroom." One time he ran through the laundry room to get to a bathroom. But I had like a basket of clean clothes in there, and he puked, and it like splattered all on the clean clothes. So I'm like, now I get to rewash all those clothes. But this time down the stairs. So the thing about when you puke down the stairs is, you know how like when you're cleaning it up, you like go to another room to like take a deep breath and not have to smell it. Well, when you're in the middle of a stairwell, I don't know, I could have probably broke a record for holding my breath, because I'm sitting there just holding my breath, cleaning this up, and it was like 3 a.m. You know, it wasn't middle of the day, it was in the middle of the night. So just
We have these little mints we get from your cousin or something for Christmas, like fruity
yeah.
flavored and stuff.
Yeah, they
So
make
that's
their own
that's
candy.
what I use. I'd throw a bunch of mints in my mouth and then go clean up a little bit, and come back and throw some more mints in my mouth and clean up a little bit more.
I remember what I did that time.
Helps a little bit, not a lot, but
I took peppermint oil and I dripped it into a face mask and I wore it. Oh, I remember, because that happened right after I had Ty, I think, and I was still just kind of like, ugh. Yeah, that was pretty bad. All right, so number 1, this was the worst to date, because it was another throw up thing, but it was because of where we were. So this past summer we went on like a week-long camping trip with my parents and my sister and brother-in-law and their kids. And we stayed in the camper with my parents. And it's a nice big camper. The boys had bunk beds in the back. And last night that we're there, I hear someone getting sick in the middle of the night. And I'm just like, no. And then you're just hoping, I hope it's just like in their sleeping bag and just scoop that up and take it outside. Oh no, of course not. It was like he's on the top bunk and he throws up on himself off to the side. It goes, it's not real big, so you have
yeah, the 2 bunks are right side by side, and then there's a tiny hallway in the middle, and he puked right in the tiny hallway.
right in the middle. And then it, of course, gets up on the sides, and anything that was in between, like a bag was at the end of one of the beds, and it got on that. And then it's in the bed, in this camper. My parents
It was
are
Kippy again. I don't know if we mentioned that, but
poor
it was
Kippy.
Kippy.
My parents are at the back of the camper on their side, and I'm like trying not to wake them up and not wake the dogs up, because their 2 dogs were with us too. And so I'm just like, oh, what do I do? Normally when you're home, you have a place to rinse everything off. No, we're in a campsite.
And it's carpet, and it's a very small space.
Yeah, so the smell.
Not going to be easy to get the smell out.
No. And I'm like, oh, my poor parents, I don't want to wake them up. I'm trying to find all the stuff in the dark. And Kip couldn't even move yet, because you were like right there. Like if you had moved, you'd have stepped in it. And it was, I was on the outside sleeping in that, like the little kitchen area with Ty. So get Kippy down, get him somewhere away from it. And I take the bedding and I go outside with it, and I'm just like, it's pitch dark. I couldn't even find a flashlight. I didn't want to wake anyone else up. And so I just start walking with all this puke-soaked stuff to the bathroom down the road. And I stopped at a spigot somewhere, and I think washed my shoes off, because that was the first thing that got hit, my shoes. I'm like, I can't go anywhere. My shoes are covered in puke. So I grabbed my mom's shoes, washed my shoes off, go down to the bathroom down the road. And of course, this is all like, nobody has paper towels anymore in their bathrooms. It's all like earth-friendly stuff. So all they have in there is the thinnest toilet paper you can find. And I'm rinsing everything out in the showers. Now the shower's disgusting, So then I'm scooping it up with the paper, or the toilet paper that's falling to bits, because it's this rough concrete flooring. And it was just a mess. It was nasty. And then, we laid everything out to dry. But again, just throwing up in the campground was probably the worst.
She did clean it up pretty well, though. I mean, you couldn't smell it too.
Yeah.
too much the next day.
Yeah, I kept apologizing to my parents. Okay, I'm so sorry. If it still stinks, I'll come back and clean it. Oh, they're fine. It's fine. We'll clean it. We got to clean the camper anyway. But so yeah, that was our top 10 for nastiest messes from the boys. And
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. If you want more Parentales, let us know. See ya.